Last month, we got these super long bookshelves in our home in Florence. The two bookshelves are more than 10 meters in total. This one is about 4.5 meters. This longer one is about 6 meters. Many apartments in Florence have irregular spaces due to their history. After some years of thinking and planning, we got these bookshelves to create storage space and improve aesthetics of the corridor. In this video, let me take you through the installation process of these bookshelves, plus a visit to the carpenter's workshop in the center of Florence. This is the day of installation. We have to find a creative way to get these long wood pieces to the second floor. They wouldn't fit in the staircase. The carpenters, of course, have thought through everything. They bring a blanket to avoid possible damage to the wood when it's brought through the window. Still, it is a very challenging task. There are some acrobatics involved to maintain the balance and find the right angle. They are very careful in their handling of the wood plank, so it does not hit the ground or the floor when it's brought up. Our neighbor downstairs is quite amazed. There are 4 pieces of such long planks. They move one by one. It has not been easy to carry out such a big furniture project. We visited the workshop 1 month ago when everything was almost done. That's when a final hiccup happened, and then several weeks of delay. It's a modest and busy carpenter's workshop in the center of Florence. The workshop has been here since 1960s. Our bookshelves are made of cherry wood. Matteo, a carpenter of 13 years' experience, is working on our project. He is showing us some of the wood planks in their early stage. As you can see, the planks are reaching the ceiling. They look quite dramatic against the interior structure of the workshop. The black holes you see on the planks are mechanisms to connect to other components of the bookshelf. When placed horizontally, these long wood planks are almost half the length of the whole workshop. Since they are so long, they are necessarily not made of one natural piece of wood. They use a special technique to glue these pieces together to reach the necessary length. These are the pictures of the work process documented by the carpenters. As you can see, a lot of precision is required in putting these two V-shaped parts together. They also put together shorter planks in order to cut out other components in the shelves. So what is the final problem that we discovered? It turns out that this kind of cherry wood, which is called American cherry wood, has a lighter color than we expected. So they'll need to apply a special oil to make it look darker. The thing is, the workshop has already applied 3 layers of varnishing on the wood. In other words, the treatment of the wood has been completed. So we had to ask them to find the right kind of varnishing oil for the final color to appear darker. They even consulted a colleague from another workshop to find the right solution. And then they scrape off the 3 layers and redo the varnishing work. Miscommunication is not unusual in such a complex process. We really appreciate the carpenter's professionalism and dedication. This is how the color eventually looks like. Back to the day of installation. This is David, the master carpenter who manages our project. He has been a carpenter since 1980. These are some of their tools. They start trying out the vertical parts. Soon, they realize that the floor is uneven, so is the wall. The wall has a certain angle and is not straight. This is very common in old buildings in Florence. That is, most of the buildings in the historical center. They need to adjust the vertical planks on the side so that the shelves will be standing stable. They are taking measure to see how much adjustment is needed. They will cut some part of the wood manually. They have thought through everything and brought every small item they needed, leaving nothing to chance. Now David starts cutting the first plank. It looks fun, but I know that it's very difficult to do a precise cutting. He is trimming the edge to make it smooth. Here is the second one. Matteo then does another fitting to see if further adjustment is necessary. Then sandpapering to make the surface more smooth. Finally, they try to align the two planks of the same shelf. After some hard and repetitive work, they finally adjust the vertical planks to the right angle. Now they can start the installation process. They are connecting all the vertical planks to the bottom. This shelf has 2 planks on the side and 4 in the middle. Then finish with the top. These are the back of the bookshelf, which is a kind of thinner wood planks. They will connect the back to the shelf with nails. They must have put in hundreds of nails, as these are big pieces which need to attach to the structure. It looks repetitive, but one needs to be focused. They are very experienced in doing this work, operating with the drills and tiny pieces of nails. Fortunately, nowadays the drills are electrical, which significantly improves the speed and saves labor. Now they come to the last panel. They need to close all the small gaps so that the final product is seamless. They have finished the vertical parts of the first shelf. The shelf aligns quite well with the wall. Now they start the same process with the second shelf, which is a bit longer than the first one. Since there is a gap between the bottom and the floor, they use plastic foams to hold up the empty part. This makes the bottom more stable while they are at work. This shelf has 5 divisions. Now they are putting on the back part using the same method. They planned the whole work process quite well and carry out the work meticulously. It took a long time for them to accept our order because their service is very much in demand. But once they turn to our project, they deliver high-quality work and ultra-professionalism. After a short coffee break, they move the second shelf to the wall. To make sure that the shelves are very stable, They put a little supporting material under the side planks where necessary. Now the big structures are finished. They start installing the shelves. In the beginning, I didn't understand what it is that they are distributing to each division. Only after they start working, I see what these small parts are for. It is so clever that they use the whiteboard to measure the height of each shelf. This is a very simple but effective way to make them the same height. All in all, it takes about 3 hours to do the installation, which is remarkable given the amount of work. This is the final product, which we will treasure and use well. Thank you for watching.